Admission from the oldest son of the President of the United States, who runs the Trump Organization, Donald Trump Jr., in no uncertain words acknowledging that last year he took a meeting with a Russian lawyer with connections to the Kremlin after being told she might have information helpful to the campaign about his father's opponent, Hillary Clinton. Today, Donald Trump Jr. tweeting sarcastically, "Obviously, I'm the first person on a campaign to ever take a meeting to hear about info about an opponent." Went nowhere, but had to listen. This comes in response to the New York Times reporting that Trump Jr. took this meeting because he was promised damaging information about Clinton. And he wasn't the only one in the room. Also there, President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's now in the White House inner circle, and then campaign chairman Paul Manafort. Trump Jr.'s admission seems something of a reversal from a statement he had given just hours earlier when he said that meeting was to, quote, primarily discuss the issue of American families adopting Russian orphans. And while there remains no evidence yet that anyone on the Trump team knew at the time about the Russian hack of the Democratic National Committee, it is worth noting that a few weeks after that meeting, after the hack and leak of DNC emails was made public, Trump Jr. was quite dismissive of Clinton's campaign manager blaming Russia.
Well, it just goes to show you their exact moral compass. I mean, they'll say anything to be able to win this. I mean, this is time and time again, lie after lie. You notice he won't say, well, I say this. We hear experts. You know, his house cat at home once said that this is what's happening with the Russians. It's disgusting. It's so phony.
That is quite a bit of moral outrage from someone who just weeks beforehand had met with a Russian lawyer who claimed to have damaging information about Hillary Clinton. Now, for months, the Trump team insisted, falsely, that there were no contacts. Here's Vice President Pence in January.
Of course not. Why would there be any contacts between the campaign? Chris, this is all a distraction, and it's all a part of a narrative to delegitimize the election and to question the legitimacy of this presidency.
Here's President Trump 1 month later.
I have nothing to do with Russia. To the best of my knowledge, no person that I deal with does.
Now, to the best of our knowledge, at least 5 former or current members of President Trump's team have not only had some contact with the Russians, they have lied, changed their stories, or not been forthcoming with information about those contacts with Russians. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn resigned after lying to the vice president about his conversations with the Russian ambassador. Then there's Trump campaign advisor Carter Page, whose stories have changed. Also, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who under oath did not disclose meetings with the Russian ambassador. Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner omitted at least 3 meetings with Russians on his security clearance form, since amended. And now, of course, Donald Trump Jr. If these contacts and conversations with Russians were so innocent as is being claimed, the obvious question, why so many lies about them?